guys, so welcome to another episode of Oasis. Episode, I don't know, but today we're gonna be joining with Chris Ray and our little boys na si Dorky at si Saifu. Little. Oh yeah. Hi guys. So, I heard ang topic daw natin for today is, yung mga exes natin. Ay, sure?
Whoa, we're going there?
Yeah, I think we have to, para may konting chismis sa podcast.
Oh.
But yeah, so we're speaking of exes. Nako, gusto ko malaman if how many exes do you guys mabilang? Wow, Tagalog word.
Ikaw muna, Ling.
Bakit ako? Ako yung gusto ko yung...
Kasi ikaw nagtanong eh.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Hindi ko na mabilang, but is it official ones ba?
Official.
Hindi mo mabilang? God damn.
God
As in,
damn.
met your parents official.
Dalawa lang.
Dalawa.
Mine's 3.
Mine's 2.
Mine's 2 also.
Oh, damn. Okay,
Kaya
I'm the weak link here.
Man, grabe. Can you okay. Sorry na, nandisyak ako sa shirt niya. But,
What's wrong with my shirt?
Nice shirt.
I don't know. Kasi I don't know, you guys have different number of exes, ganito, ganyan. I'm curious kung may mga bias ba kayo sa mga ex niyo?
What do you mean by bias?
I don't know, do you guys do that ba?
Like
No.
who you choose, who you
Oh, your favorite
chose
ex?
to be the
Your
favorite ex.
No, I have a-
none,
No.
none.
No, I have a boyfriend right now, so no.
No.
Okay.
I guess probably if I guess a better experience compared to the rest, then yeah, sure, but not bias.
Okay.
How long were you guys with your exes?
Yeah.
Oh, di pa ako nakahit ng, they're very short term.
How short term? Short term.
Bakit ako lagi nakatsit mo sa'yo?
Oh, well, everyone.
Okay.
Starting from you.
Pwede naman tapos yung
Pag
turn
ganun,
ko.
pag ganun.
Ah,
Pag ganun.
fine. Ano nga yung question? Sorry.
How long were you with your ex, or how long was the duration of
The
your
longest one?
relationships?
No, with your exes, siguro
Yeah.
Your last 2 exes.
Less than 2 years pa lang. So, yeah.
Less than 2 years. Dorky?
Mine was the first one was 4 years, the second one was 3 years, the recent was 2 years. So I think there's a pattern.
The next one's 1 year. Yeah, mine also has a pattern. So my first one was 3 years. The second one was 6 years. So either the next one would be 9 years. So in adding of 3, or the next one would be in multiplied by 2. So 3, 6, and then 12. So the lucky next one would be 12 years.
Are you telling me by the age of 50, 60 you have an ex-girlfriend by then?
Oh, actually. And then the next one after that, 24 years. Maybe that's the one I'll marry. How about you, Chris?
Mine was about a year and a half and then almost 3 years.
At least so some are long term.
So, are you guys in a relationship right now? Let's start with Dorgy.
I'm in a 3-year relationship with Valorant.
Oh.
That's so toxic.
I know
my
it's,
God.
it's awful, but
Yeah,
I
same.
love yeah. I love Valorant,
Sometimes.
but sometimes Valorant doesn't love me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. How about you?
Dear.
Same. Currently, just with my games, Path of Exile,
Oh,
my
multiple?
computer, and school. So I'm married to studying right now and to gaming. To multiple.
Oh.
No. I consider it all one thing.
So, Saifu has multiple lovers.
Chat,
Or-
is this real?
No, so none right now.
How about you, Chris?
I'm currently in an almost 1 year relationship.
Wee.
Wait, are you okay? So I assume we're both single then, right?
Yeah.
So are you single by choice or?
Hindi daw niya choice. Joke lang.
Or are you looking?
Oh, of course I'm looking, right? But
Yeah.
But are you
Single by choice, yeah.
So have you been
Dating, not yet.
Is it are you on the apps?
No, I haven't actually ever gone on dating apps. But we can actually talk about that. I'd like to ask you guys what
Actually,
you
yeah.
guys thought about the dating apps. But for me personally, I don't think dating apps are for me. I've had friends that have gotten meaningful and nice relationships coming from apps such as Tinder, Bumble, right? And but for me, it's just
It's just
not.
But
yeah,
you've tried though.
as a joke, I've signed up before when I was in high school.
Is it one of those
I don't
things where
think
like,
that
yo, you
counts.
should make one?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they
No,
make
but
it for
when
you,
I
like-
never really when I would swipe and then I would match, I would never really chat. So I don't
Oh,
think that
okay.
counts as a.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with Chris. Have you ever used
Oh
dating
yeah,
apps?
I've been on dating apps one time last year. We're not gonna dive into that, but I think it's a good way to meet somebody. But in terms of like what interests you have, it's really hard to tell when you meet them online until when you meet them in person.
Oh,
So for me, say if ever I do get out of a relationship, I would rather prefer just meeting someone, like letting it flow or like just letting it happen.
Like natural way of meeting
Naturally,
someone.
that's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sweet.
Have you ever been in a dating app?
Yeah, I tried, but nare-report ako.
Report? Why?
Why do people think you're scamming
No,
yourself?
kasi
or,
like I don't put like my entire face. Parang it's like a context of it's just like a random photo. It's up to you if you want to swipe left or right.
So yeah.
And when
Would you
they
want to match with egg? Something like that?
I mean, why not? He seems like a cool guy. But yeah.
Well, I mean, in my case though, like obviously I've been actively like looking.
today, like up to now.
Yeah, up to now, but
Kita sa chat ko. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm not kidding.
Dapat sa next episode pala ng Valentine's Oasis content natin is gonna be Dorgy instead of Aljud na.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's still
okay.
February. So you're
Yeah.
saying until Feb, wala pang ano si
I
Dorgy.
mean, like,
It's fine.
Just in case.
Just in
Fine.
case, that's true.
Just in case. It's gonna be Aljud hosting it now. But anyways, obviously I've been both on Bumble and Tinder.
Okay.
But the thing is that I don't know. Maybe I find it like boring because most of the time, like what Chris said, that if you're when you're talking to someone, it's hard to like decipher like how they are personally or like how they are as a person. And I think it's better if you go out with them. At the same time, I don't know. Like I'm quite hesitant to like engage in a conversation, especially considering that I'm an extrovert, right?
Yeah.
So I love like just asking a bunch of questions, trying to get to know them and
He's
be
a
open about it because I'm an open guy.
corgi energy talaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the
Yeah.
thing is it's hard because most of the time it's always just when you guys are talking about something and then there's dead air, they expect you to
Keep continuing.
continuing
Yeah.
something like that. And then most of the time there's like captions where like, oh, you need to engage in the conversation first or something like that. And then there's always the part where, oh, I'm not active here. Hit me up on IG. like, which reminds me, how
Baka ad lang.
what do you guys like? What do you guys look for in a guy when it comes to dating apps or personally?
Dude, I was gonna ask you guys that, but for girls,
Sorry, ako una.
okay, whatever.
Sorry.
What do I look for in a guy? Humor, because you can tell like humor. I feel it goes online and in person.
I'm
So
pretty
if,
funny. I don't. Why am I still okay? okay, go on.
so if they're funny, if they can make me laugh through the phone, I'm already like, oh, this guy's funny. He would be fun to hang out with. Yeah, humor.
How about you, Ling?
I don't know. Siguro kapag when they're
Ba't parang kinikilig ka?
when they're not.
She's
May
imagining.
mga
She's
bias kasi
going.
ako. And may mga halong trauma din. So kapag mga taga-UST matic left.
Left?
No, not like depende sa ano.
Wait, what's left? Is that no?
Means
No,
Okay.
no.
Sorry.
Yun, okay,
I
bias
just reacted
lang.
left. So,
Okay, don't ask me bakit. So, Saifu, naka-ghost ka na namang tao.
so never. I've never ghosted anyone, but I do know a lot of people that do ghost, and there are two arguments to that, right? One is that you should be able to handle it emotionally, to be responsible as well, to tell the person that you're stopping the engagement. But then there's so many ways that people will tag it as ghosting. Kunwari, you're talking lang normally on, let's say, a dating app, and then you don't reply. That's already ghosting.
I don't know.
So parang there are so many ways of describing what ghosting is. But what I think is what shouldn't be done is you're already engaging in something emotional,
Oh,
and
true.
there's
That makes
there's already
sense.
emotion, and then you stop it. That's ghosting. Not yung
Yeah.
parang yung usap lang kayo, oh hi hello, tapos di ka lang replyan.
Yeah, it's not ghosting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
just,
It's definitely like I agree actually, because if I were to like talk to like a bunch of people as well, considering that I am active in the dating apps, right? I'd rather just tell them that, like, lay them off a little bit better, that I don't have to, like, just stop replying, because I'd like to think, regardless if you're in a relationship or not, whether you're acquaintances, it's communication still is key. So it's nice to tell the other person that, hey, I think we, it was nice talking to you, it was nice meeting you, but this is exactly like, I'm not looking for this or something, because it's better for them to, it also like eases your mind, you know what I mean? For the person that you're talking to and for yourself. And it's not like, oh yeah, that's the other person I ghosted. Like,
it's just like not meant to be. You just don't click.
Yeah,
That's okay.
and it's okay to talk about it. I think it's just hard sometimes that I guess there's some sort of sensitivity for some people where they don't want to engage in some sort of awkwardness, but they're just entirely making the whole thing worse for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I agree with Saifu on that.
Yeah, but so a question I have actually for the girls is, in terms of ghosting and the whole rejection thing, how would you reject a guy? Like, because I've had a friend that would say, I rejected this guy because I don't reply to him anymore. But the guy would keep bugging that friend. So I'm like, why don't you just say it straight up? Na, okay, I'm sorry, I don't wanna talk to you, or I would not like to see you. Because the guy would ask, let's hang out, let's hang out. And the only rejection that would happen would be not replying to it. So the guy should get the message, but for me, I think it should be said na parang, oh, no, thank you. And then, parang move on. Oh, how would you guys reject? So you go, Chris.
Okay, so in high school, I rejected a few people, but it was no, but like they just were not my type. They're just nothing that I wanted. Because I was in high school, I was very immature, so I would just like not reply, just because I guess at that age I wasn't comfortable with confrontation, or I wasn't used to it. I didn't know how.
True.
So I would just be like, okay, I'm not gonna message them. If none of their messages get to me, then he'll get the message. But now that I'm older, there are people I've met that I ended up not wanting to pursue or like want to talk to because I realized that we wouldn't click. So I would just tell them like, oh, yo, hey, I really appreciate us being friends, but I don't think this relationship would go anywhere more than that. And yeah, you kind of just, I think as you get older, you kind of realize confrontation is pretty needed.
What about you, Ling?
Yeah.
I would well, it's not really ghosting or rejection. It was like I would be silently or gradually be withdrawing from the relationship. Like it's kind of like a soft blow na ayoko mabigla ka. I'm just gonna give you time to get used to like not having me around. Oh my god, this sounds so sad. I'm so sorry.
Is it kind of like conditioning them?
Well,
are you conditioning us?
no.
To like, kidding.
No.
So slowly like wearing it off.
Yeah, because like from my previous experiences with like dating talaga, it's like ang bilis ko like makawala ng gana in a sense na like I could easily get fed up with like the red flags that I've been seeing, so just like alis ka agad. But for this time around, I'm gonna give these like the people that I'm dating na like a chance for them to work on those red flags na if you're not like willing to put into like the time to work on yourself, then what's the point? I'm not gonna be reciprocating. I'm gonna try to reciprocate what you've been doing to me up until the point na all of like the threads that held us together is gonna be wala.
At least you give them like avenue to work on themselves. Just really, really nice, honestly.
Ma, I try. Ang tanga ko nga paminsan eh.
Damn. Okay, I mean, speaking of pagkatanga, like so mostly it's kind of like a stereotype thing on how guys would be like on dating apps. How about for girls? Like, what are your experiences so far?
On dating apps?
Yeah, on dating apps. Since you've both mentioned that you guys have been on as well.
I think they're all pretty similar in a way. I think Bumble works with, is it the girl messages?
Yeah, the girl messages, yeah.
So sometimes I wouldn't message first and they would message me, or
how does that work?
Or I would just send a default message and go, hi, smiley face, like to every person I matched with, just because girls have to start the conversation on that.
Okay. But
Yeah.
is there like a general thing that usually like you've experienced for like guys, like how they engage in a convo or how it usually goes?
It's
if you've matched with
it's
anyone?
very basic. You know, the general questions. Hi, how are you? What
Uh-huh.
do you do? Where are you from? What kind of food do you like? Color. And it's just tiring. That's why I kind of left the
Okay,
dating
okay.
thing. 'Cause it's
Noted,
just like,
noted.
okay.
Dorgy noted.
Dorgy's like,
okay,
okay,
I
color's
don't-
not in. Okay.
I don't.
Don't ask the favorite food.
Okay. I mean, I guess I agree as well that I think maybe for my case that would probably be something that you can start off, but anything that segues after from that
Oh, yeah.
conversation that gets like boring, like, oh, so how are you lately? Like, wait, it's been
And then what?
10 minutes into talking to you, right?
Honestly,
Like,
I think the best question to ask someone when you're dating on an app is just ask them about their interests. And then if you have anything similar, you talk about that.
Oh.
Parang kung wala siyang hobbies. Ano ba yan?
Impossible.
Hobbies
yeah.
and left.
Okay.
Hello.
That's true.
unmatched.
Unmatched.
Like, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I just lie down the whole day.
Like, kung parati kang tinatanong ko, anong ginagawa mo? Gagawa lang. Ay, sorry. Wala ako. Bawal pala. Okay.
Sino ininsulto mo?
Pwede
Sorry,
pala?
masyado aggressive.
just add, Mary, just add the.
Yep.
Okay, tapos so.
Ay, so, ano yung question? Masyado akong natuwa.
Hindi yung
My
Par-
attention span is so bad. I'm so sorry. I should stop using TikTok.
oh,
Experience on dating
On
apps.
dating
Oh
apps,
yeah, on
yeah.
dating apps. Aside like in the rare instances na hindi ako ma-report, siguro like just imagine it's just a picture of a duck, bro. You're literally talking to a duck.
it's that duck.
Don't look for it. Don't look for it. But siguro kapag medyo boring sila kausap, like yun ang pinaka number one ick ko when it comes to like screening them, and
Screening.
no, like don't you?
I mean,
Collect-
yeah,
So they're
Collect-
boring.
collect-
Collect. Do you guys do that too?
Oh yeah, there's
Okay,
like when you're on the
mag-iusapan.
app, you have favorites, right? And
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
backup that just like, oh,
It's
if
a
they interest
roster.
me in like 5 minutes, then maybe
Have you
they'll
ever
go
had
up.
that?
A roster?
Well,
no.
no.
A roster?
That's the reason as well why I don't prefer going on dating apps is because you know everyone else on there is looking for a relationship. So that's
Not everyone, dude.
I mean like their motive is to look for people to talk to,
Yeah.
and as Chris has said, the more organic, like now that she's off dating apps, the more organic a conversation starts is better for me.
Yeah.
So that's just for me. So I still understand that people do like dating apps. Go for it. But as you were saying, icks, right?
yeah,
So like
did mention that.
your icks.
What,
Let's
what-
ask everyone their icks for the.
Oh, I started off already.
Okay, Dargy, we'll start with Dargy.
No, I already started off earlier.
Boys and the girls. Okay. Go Dorky.
Like what
Icks.
icks do I have, or like what icks do I?
Ick/turnoffs
Slash
Towards
turn-offs.
a girl.
Yeah,
Towards
yeah.
towards someone you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh damn, this is gonna hit on my exes so bad.
Oh, cut that part out.
No.
No, actually keep it. I don't care.
Okay, so what is it, Dorgy?
sipping
Oh,
tea.
okay. So how do I say this? I personally I like dating people who are older than me. Just because of my background, that I've gone through so much already, that I think even though I'm quite younger than them, I'd like to think I don't have the stereotypical maturity of like what they have,
yeah.
like what for guys. That's why I think it's like a thing, right? Like where they say that the emotional maturity of men are lower than women.
True.
Right? And I do agree. I do agree. I do agree to some extent. But I guess in my case, I've gone through so much alone already, personally, emotionally, with my with family
healthy,
and all of that. That it's I think I play off like a bit higher than the normal
Yeah.
one that would guys have. So I'd always look for older women, and they didn't really have the best experience for that, regardless, because
Experience? Sorry.
so I think one of the icks that or the turnoffs that I have is someone that doesn't have the emotional maturity for the age that they're in.
Oh.
Like, for example, if you're expected to be around, like, I guess mid 20s or like late 20s already, then you need to at least have
Act
some
like it.
not really just act like it, more of like you need you need to know already what path you'd want to take in life, I guess,
okay,
right?
yeah.
Because there's only so much that you can do, and it's not my job to dictate what you're supposed to do. It's more of like I'm here to support and help you with whatever path you are in, and if there's any bumps, I'm here to support you and help you get back up. That's pretty much it. And I obviously it's not something to be expected to do the same, but I greatly appreciate it. So something like that. I guess mine is the emotional maturity of people, because that's hard to pick up, and it's also hard for me because I know women would want to date older guys, but then obviously when they find out like, oh, you're just 24, something like that. Obviously it's kind of hard for me. What about you?
All right, so for me, like off the bat, if I just met someone, an ick for me would be someone who's rude to,
yeah.
like would be nice to me and nice to friends, but rude to like, let's say waiters
Yeah.
and other people. So, what's the difference, diba? Why would you be nice to us and then be rude to other people? So that's a personal ick for me. How about you, Chris?
I have two big icks. The
Oh.
first ick is bad hygiene. Like if they don't brush their teeth, if they don't smell good, they don't take a shower. Yikes. My second big ick is if they're not knowledgeable in a way, because I am not that knowledgeable, but I tend to ask a lot of questions about
So if they're stupid.
yeah. No, but like you can see that some people try to like help you. Like sometimes I would ask like the dumbest questions, like, "Oh, why are we rotating around the universe?" My boyfriend would literally be like, "Cause we're rotating around the universe." I was like, "Give me some evidence or like proof or anything like that." You know, it's just like whatever it is, just like tell me more.
Just an indirect hit.
Why
to
is
you.
the earth round?
Why is
You
the
know?
earth round? Then tell me why.
Fair. How about you, Ling?
For icks, well, I did mention kanina kapag walang substance kausap. Like, alam mo yung, they don't know how to elevate.
Like you
a
get
con-
bored easily while
bored.
Yeah, lalo kapag we just like constantly ask, like do small talk, like kumain ka na ba? Like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Kumain ka na ba? Oo. Ikaw? Oo.
Just yun lang. Like,
Yun
you're
lang.
not gonna like have
Delivered.
anything. Like, I would crave for conversation talaga na would parang feed my soul or like, ano.
Okay. I get
Like,
it.
I look for that level of connection with people.
yeah.
When I don't see you, if I don't see you as a person that I could talk to every day for the rest of my life, then I'm sorry, but it's not gonna work. Yun lang.
That's very
Yeah.
true. You have to
Yeah.
find someone you think you can talk to every single day. You'll never find
Yeah.
like boredom. Like for sure you'll find a little bit of dead air, but there's always going to be excitement.
always something
You're
like,
always looking forward to talking to that person every day.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I think another thing would be like, I think you need to keep, if you're trying to get into a new relationship, you have to keep somewhat of a mystery so that there's always something new to discover about your partner. Hopefully good things though.
That's true. That's true.
Hopefully
You don't
good things, though.
you don't want to
I
be
know,
hiding any
I know, word
sketchy
of
things.
advice. I've been dating quite a lot.
Uh-huh.
It's not always there.
Oh.
Like, kahit may ma-anticipate kayo, malaman kayo about sa kanya that is a bad thing. It's also your job to, like, accept them for they are. Like, not everyone's perfect.
That's
so.
true.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Preach.
Yeah.
That's all.
Do you like believe, like, I don't know if it's a guy thing or if any of you here na
You can ask us. That's why we're here.
That's
Okay.
why we're
That's why we're
here.
here.
So, like, am I allowed to ask this? Like, do you
Yeah.
believe in like the 80-20 rule?
Oh, I was gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
What's the 80
Oh, yeah.
rule?
So-
It's
80-20
like
rule.
when you look at the person, if 80% sa kanila is like the traits that you want to see in a partner, and 20% is
Trace sa ayaw mo.
yung ayaw mo, are you like, you're supposed to stick with that 80-20 decision over the 60-40, over the 50-50. So that's the 80-20
Because some
rule.
people, they would be in like the best relationship, but then there's like one thing that they're lacking, the 20%, and that's like the deal breaker for them all of a sudden, even though it's 80% what they want, 20% of what they don't.
Oh.
So you're saying you should go for that 80-20
Yeah.
instead of like the
Of course,
60-40.
because nobody's perfect, like what Ling said. You kind of just learn to accept someone's flaws.
That's-
Unless it's like a deal breaker para sa inyo na, oh, he doesn't like cats. Ganun, pass.
Okay. So if that's
Kasi yun pala may allergies lang, kaya pala.
I
ganun.
mean, if he wanted to, he would, di ba?
Oh.
Take your
Yeah,
medicine,
that's true.
bro.
but yeah, I do agree with some people who do have perfect relationships and then they find this one problem and they think, oh, it's the end of the world. And then
Yeah.
they start looking for other people
Yeah.
and they find that, oh, parang those become their thought gas, the one that got away.
Yeah.
Right? So
Oh,
I
damn.
think people should reevaluate the
That's hitting a lot
Oh,
on the
goddamn.
feels, but
Why do you have a thought god, Dorky?
a lot, a lot actually.
thought gas.
But it's more on like what could have been, but nothing like ever happened between it. Like it's literally
Ouch.
totga, like the pure definition
Yeah.
of totga. But either way, I have no regrets. Like if they're happy,
But-
and then I'm happy with
Yeah.
with someone else, it's totally fine. But speaking of being happy with someone else, and also 80-20s, like I know there's like a bunch of like those red flags, right? The 20%, right? And I think some of them can play a factor in being their group of friends, because it's obviously very important to them. Now for us, right? Now we're gonna go straight to the question already. Why do some girls have problems with guys having girlfriends when girls are okay having guy friends, like best
Okay.
friends?
Okay, if you're in a relationship and the guy says you can't have boyfriends, or like I would rather prefer you have girlfriends than boyfriends.
Red flag.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Agreed.
That's a red
Wait,
flag.
ano
Then
yun?
the girl would most likely be like, okay, then you can't have girlfriends and be
That's
only with
toxic,
boyfriends. That is
diba?
pretty toxic.
It is pretty toxic, and I really don't, and I think I really don't appreciate like those that have like limit your friendships, because I personally
yeah.
I grew up with a lot of girl friends, and it's not there's nothing else coming behind it except for the fact that I'm more comfortable with them.
Wait,
like-
more comfortable with the
girls.
girlfriends than your girlfriend? Or than girlfriends than with your
I'm
boyfriends?
just comfortable talking to girls more than
Guys.
guys,
okay.
and most of like most of the
Does he make you uncomfortable?
Is he making you uncomfortable, Dorky?
no. I'm just saying that most of my I have more girlfriends than guy friends. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So I hang out with them more just because I got to hang out with them, like I guess from like college or high school or something like that. But then obviously if I have someone that has a problem with that, regardless if I don't see them in any romantic way possible,
Yeah.
but then they make me stray away from that. Goddamn, my fucking ex. I mean, I don't appreciate it, because obviously me being like a huge lover, I'd rather prioritize my girlfriend regardless. And I'm in a way, I kind of force myself to just disassociate with them for a bit, and it kind of hurts in a way that I have to let go of my friends, regardless if I've known them for 5 to 10 years,
Yeah.
Oh my
just
God.
because of one person that has a problem with it or doesn't trust
Yeah.
me. You know?
But what about your girlfriend? Does she have any like guy friends?
I don't have a girlfriend.
I'm like, just okay. Hypothetically thinking,
Okay.
if you had a girlfriend and she had a lot of close
Guy
guy friends,
friends.
how would you feel?
I'm personally okay with it. Like I trust my partner,
Okay, that's
But-
good.
but I'd like to be open to the fact that I think this guy is trying to hit on you.
But why would you think
Oh.
that? Because
I guess it's just a guy thing. Like we just know.
Yeah, but if for you think girls are like, oh, they're just platonic friends. Why would you think that the guys are trying to hit on your girl?
Because they don't see it. Most of the time, they don't see it. It's not a double standard thing. Like it's the same. It's
Girls
the same
see
thing.
it
Like
too.
yeah, girls see it too. That's why. And I'd like to think that we probably have the same thing. Like we can see if some guy is trying to make a move, and I can also agree that girls can see if a girl's trying to make a move. That's why they're like.
Okay.
That's why I think there's like some sort of standard when you're like, yeah, I don't like her because she's. I think. I don't know. She's just.
They're like
giving
too
me a
touchy.
vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like-
And that's totally fine for me. And I'd like to think that there's some sort of like back, and it really depends on the person and who you're talking to.
But what if she said that about a close girlfriend that you had?
I just have to reassure them. That's all.
Reassure. That's good.
That-
yeah.
That's the best way. I think for anyone, they should really just reassure them
Yeah,
and make sure
yeah.
that they're comfortable with them, or in some way, if you want, make them hang out with you, or
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Like
let
bring them along all
yeah,
the time.
bring them along.
Yeah.
If you go
That's
out with
true.
your friends and she's there and she doesn't like her, bring them. It's fine. Maybe later they hit it off and then
They become more
they
friends.
become
than
more
you.
friends than you know than
That's
you.
like
And
the
then,
usual case pa. Like
Exactly.
if I meet yung mga girl best friend dati ng ano ko, previous partner, mas nagiging vibe ko pa yung, mas gusto ko
Yung
pa yung girl
girl.
best friend kasi siya. Like, oh my God, like, oh nga, no, ba't ko dinidate to? Parang ganun na yung usapan natin ng, ano.
And
But
then-
nag-break din kami. Ha.
Oh,
She was right though. I swear. But yeah.
She was right about
Like, lahat ng mga, oh nga, no,
your
that
ex.
sooner ko pa na-realize.
wow.
So, do you
she-
believe in the girl code when it
Yeah,
comes to that?
gago. Ay, sorry.
what's the girl code?
Nagka-conscious ako kasi, ano ba?
What is
Okay.
the girl code?
Like, you always have to like, look out for each other.
Yeah, for me,
Ganun
what I
talaga.
think the girl code is.
Do you
just-
believe in the girl code? What's the girl code again?
What's the girl
No,
code?
because my definition of girl code is just like, oh, girl code. My ex-boyfriend is trying to hit it on with you. You're not gonna.
Oh,
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
girl code.
Have you not watched
Yeah.
Mean Girls? My God.
Yeah,
Nope.
basically, that's
Like,
what I
it's
think the
that.
girl code is.
He hasn't watched Mean Girls.
My bad.
Damn.
Very watched Barbie.
I've watched Barbie.
Okay. I mean, okay,
Such a-
next up,
such a-
kung magka-jowa man kayo, like you have to like have a list of movies na kailangan you binge watch to understand your girlfriend better.
Barbie
diba?
is really good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think your girl code is?
Sa akin, it's like when you always have each other's backs
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter what. Parang you wouldn't fight over a dude. You wouldn't like.
So like a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang
Yeah.
ang hirap kasi niyan with a lot. Yes, I know.
What's a-
You
what?
have a
What's a-
question with a girl code.
Oh yeah,
ba?
what's
What's a
a girl's girl?
Girls, girl. What?
I don't
A
know when
girl's
you
girl.
know na you're one of us.
So you know a pick me girl
Yeah.
is like one of the boys and likes to like.
uh-huh.
Oh.
So girls is like the
So
opposite.
you have a problem with girls who are one of the boys?
I don't have a problem with them.
This.
Saifu
I
just
have a
went to my
problem
face.
with them as long as they're not hurting anybody.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but girls are like the girls that I want to be around with.
Mm-hmm.
These are the girls who are like they don't see us competition. They see each other as like inspiration, motivation. Like, oh, you're doing this. Oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. I want to start working out. I want to start doing
Nice.
something like
Do,
that.
Yeah.
do we have something like that? We
Like
do.
a
Boys.
Boys. Yeah, I think we have something, but we don't. I don't think we have a terminology for
One
it.
of the boys. I don't know, boys.
But like a girl's girl, can I tongue twister ata to? But a girl's girl is someone who would not leave your girl for another man. Parang ganun yung scenario na if they're the type of girl that would leave a night out with us over a dude na, I don't know, who's like a late night booty call, na like with ganun na behavior, she's not a girl's girl. I'm sorry. But yeah.
I think it really depends.
I think
'cause
Chris is loading.
If it's like a full-on girls' night, girls' plan, everything is set out, and then they leave, yeah, that would be just
I
more
don't-
like a bad friend because it was a girls' night. But I think like in a situation where she's not a girl's girl is like you're in a table, boys, girls, having dinner, meeting each other, and then one of the girls would just like talk to you for a little bit, but then direct all her attention to the guys, you know. And like whenever the other girl is getting attention, she's just gonna get like wala sa mood or wala sa gana, and then just try to redirect everything back to her. That's basically what
okay.
not a girl's girl is.
So it's kind of like, is that like, I don't know if it's like correct now, but it's kind of like the same what we have like the bros before hoes thing.
hoes.
Yeah, that type of.
That
I
saying.
mean, yeah, that saying kind of like, you wouldn't ditch your boys for someone else.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess it's kind of something, but I don't think we have like. I don't really think we have a terminology for that. But I guess it's the same
bro
thing.
code's probably the
Similar.
closest, right?
Yeah, the bro code's
Yeah.
probably the closest because it applies to.
Like, you just abide by the bro code.
Yeah, I guess it applies to like most guys as well. And I don't know, but I have a lot of friends that just don't give a shit. If they feel like if they're not okay, let's say if they haven't been in speaking terms for like a year or 2 years, and then they start dating each other's exes. I don't know. I think it's pretty weird, but they can do whatever they want. I don't really care.
If it was just an acquaintance, I think it's okay. But
Yeah.
if it was like your barkada and then
yeah,
and
definitely.
then you're dating someone else in that barkada or your
Like
girl,
you guys were hanging out while you guys were together.
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
now
not just
they're
like an
together.
acquaintance, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
That's weird.
that's super weird.
What do you think about the bro code when you're already in like a stable relationship?
What do you mean bro code?
So like, boys' night Discord 5v5 league, and then your girl's like, oh, I don't want you to play. I want you to bebe time with me.
It's whoever made the plan first.
Yep.
But what if
So-
she suddenly really needed you?
Well, that's
That's that's kind of
What would you do?
Suddenly, I
Like,
can-
just say
Okay,
she's
but the
really
thing is,
upset.
that is a conundrum.
I
No,
guess
that's
it's
not a
because
conundrum.
I because I guess it's because I've never encountered something like that. But again, I do value communication, right? Especially in
Yeah.
a relationship. So if I have a plan and it's set out, and then we can do something after,
Yeah.
right? And I guess if it comes to a point like, oh, I just really need like the term bebe time, right? All of a sudden, something like that. I guess all I could do is, I'm so sorry, I planned this with my friends. I don't wanna. I'm just gonna explain, right?
And
I'm
then
gonna be
reassure
honest,
as well.
and then reassure and be like,
We
you
can
know
play
what?
after.
It's not like it's not. I don't want to be the type of person to go, oh, we can do this. No, I'll make something. I'll come up with something like on the spot to make sure that it's certain. Because you can't be like, oh, we can do this. We can, but it's not like certain already, right?
Yeah,
So
like, would you only do it if it was like an emergency? Would you consider bebe time as an emergency? So I guess like talking about those things before you're in a relationship. I mean, before you go into that relationship, you set the boundaries on when you can disturb someone or when like I would normally communicate. I agree with you that communication is key. That I would communicate that when I am playing, I would love my me time, game time, and then
yeah.
if you want time together, we'll do it some other time. So bebe time, would that be an emergency for you guys? Is that
Okay,
like
not
I
bebe
need
time
you?
as an emergency, but just like she's really upset or like something
Aw.
happened in her life.
Oh, for sure. You talk to her. But if
Yeah.
it's just like I'm bored.
Bebe time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm bored.
Okay.
Bebe
Nothing to talk
time.
about. Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes
Later.
yeah.
sense.
I guess
Later.
I guess it's something.
Wait.
I guess it's in the same realm of like, again, I'd probably be straight up and just tell her honestly, saying, "Oh, I'm like, let's say she's bored, right? I'm like, I'm sorry, I really can't. I planned this with my friends, right? I don't want to do this, but here's what we'll do.
Aw.
Let's pick out a movie later if you want to watch. If you want to chill, let's play Valo. Yeah, let's play
But parang
Valo.
dalawang isip ka
Right.
dun.
Let's play Valo. Let's play League. Let's queue up together, and then after that we can watch a movie and grab some bite to eat.
Yeah.
And just so there's already a set plan, and then at the same time I don't want her to like feel left out for that case.
Oh.
All right, I have a very question.
A very question.
She has a very question, guys.
She has a very question.
All right. I have a question for you boys. Can guys and girls be purely platonic best friends?
Yes, I do agree that guys and girls can be platonic. And
Why?
And okay, because it doesn't mean that if I become friends with someone, it's just because I like them, especially if it's the opposite sex, right? So let's say this girl is like attractive, right, or like my type. I don't think I think there's like a different path that you're going for if you're just gonna be friends with her because you think if you want to get with her, right? But there's also a difference between being friends with her just because you want to be friends and you like her company.
Okay, so you're saying that you guys are best friends and you vibe together, and she's attractive. But what if she gave you a chance? Like, would you?
Am I dating someone?
If you weren't dating somebody,
If I wasn't dating someone, then obviously I'd rather just.
you would.
Of course, because
But if you weren't,
if I weren't no, it's not because wait, no, let me clear that up. I wouldn't be friends with. I wouldn't
This
go
is
there.
a trap.
Why
This
would
is a
you
trap.
say
This is a
that?
trap.
No,
They
no.
invited us
No,
here
no,
to,
because
go,
it
to
just
set a
contradicts
trap.
Yeah, okay,
We
what
are
you
trapped
said.
in here.
No.
Somebody help
Here,
me.
it's not that. It's not like let's say, this person is attractive. Oh, I want to be friends with her because she's cute. It's not like that.
Iba
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more of like
intention.
yeah.
I mean, you guys are already established best friends, right?
Okay, and
And then you said that you wouldn't date her if she gave you a chance because you're already dating somebody. But if you weren't dating somebody, you would date her.
no, I'd probably obviously it's like we're best friends, right? So obviously we'd be able to talk it out. If there's mutual feelings between each other, then I think it's.
But why would you have a best friend and have mutual feelings with somebody while
Awesome
in a
to you.
relationship?
I didn't say we were in a relationship. I said if I was single. I like this.
So how do boys pick like a girlfriend? Not a girlfriend lovey-dovey, but like a girl best friend kind of friend.
Well, for me, it's just like picking a guy friend. So when you're looking at guy friends, you're not looking at if they're attractive, right? Or
Okay.
I'm thinking if they're funny, I'd love to be their friend, right? So
I think
for me,
I
humor is
think
a big
Saifu,
thing.
I think Saifu's poggy though.
Hey, I think you're foggy. I think you're foggy too.
Damn.
Hey,
Okay.
oh wait,
Actually.
okay, but in all seriousness, when I am in a relationship and when we're talking about opposite sex friends, like the discussion earlier, I think that there should be trust in the relationship. Whenever you're making friends with any gender, right? Whenever you're making friends with them, it's you have to know that it's all you're ever going to be, friends. That's your motive in how you approach them and how you talk to them. There's never an underlying motive, right? So the question with can guys and girls be platonically just friends? If you came into it and are thinking that you just want to be friends, then it'll be like that. If one party wants to have another, like a step up to it, then you talk about it and you'll always be able to feel it.
And then if you change your mind, it's a you problem. And yeah, I think that's probably like the case. And like I said earlier, if I wasn't in a relationship, there's a different type of path that you're going for. Like I wouldn't like be friends with someone just because they're attractive. And like what
Yeah.
Saifu said, it would probably be exactly picking like how I would choose my guy friends. If there's if we vibe with, or if we vibe, or if I find her funny, or we can we have the same interest and we can talk about it, that's fine. But let's say in the case that let's say I'm dating someone, right? And then this best friend of mine reveals feelings for me. Right? Reveals feelings for me. But I already have like prior
relationship,
commitments, right?
yeah.
I wouldn't see that. I'd probably be like, you know what? I appreciate you being honest with me. But I really just I don't think I'm going that way. And I don't think I'd reciprocate that. Like I really just see you as this. And no
Would
matter
you still stay as friends with
Yeah.
them, even
That's
if they
so hard.
told you their
you
feelings?
still stay friends with them.
even though they shared feelings?
I
to
would.
you?
I would.
Damn.
You would?
I would because
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I'd like to think. I'd like to think. No. I'd like.
Then why would you?
Let him explain. Let him
No.
explain.
I'd like.
Cut them off. It's not making your girlfriend comfortable.
Okay. Wait.
My
I'm not.
God, sorry.
Ba't nagagalit si Ling?
Explain.
I wasn't even talking about if I had the joke
He
or
was
not.
Let him
already.
talk. Let him talk.
Okay, go.
Okay, go,
You
Dorothy,
can
go.
go first. You can go first. You can go
Ako na
first.
naman
You can
dito.
go first. You can go first.
No,
You can
no,
go
like
first.
continue your point.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
what
defend yourself.
I'm saying, if my girl is uncomfortable with it, then yes, of course I will cut
Okay,
them off,
yeah.
100%, right? But if I'm dating someone for a month and they don't know this person, and someone tells me, like, oh, yeah, I what do you call this? I have feelings for you. No, I have feeling like someone tells me I have feelings for you. I still value this person as a friend, right? But it doesn't mean that I have to like part ways with anything. I don't like breaking relationships literally with
You like
anyone.
burning bridges.
I don't like
basically.
burning bridges
Yeah.
at all. And if one person is uncomfortable with it, then obviously I have to do something about it.
I think it would be okay to stay civil with them. Like I don't think there's a problem
Yes,
with that.
exactly.
But something's changed.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like the more you talk to that girl, the more she'll be reminded, oh, he doesn't like me, he's with somebody else. And it would make her sad. But I think it's okay to be like, oh yeah, we're cool, no bad blood, no tension.
Yeah, and that's exactly
okay.
that.
Yeah.
I agree with that, and that's exactly like what I'm trying to point out,
Yeah.
Ling.
Yeah.
That you can be civil with someone, and obviously if someone's not comfortable with it, then yes, of course, I'd burn the bridges for my significant other.
Dapat lang.
What? I'm not even.
Ling pala yung toxic girlfriend.
No,
No,
but,
kasi
let's reverse the roles.
Yeah.
You guys had a guy best friend, and they confessed feelings for you. Find
While
this
I'm in a
person.
relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. First, I mean, I wouldn't cut them off like Dorgy. I wouldn't talk to them. I'd stay civil. I wouldn't want to engage. I wouldn't hang out. I wouldn't like whatever friendship we had is gone, but I will still acknowledge them if I see them. I'll be like, yo, hey, what's up? Well, that's it. Yeah, just because I would feel bad if I knew they liked me and I just am with somebody else and it just didn't work out. So, what about you, Ling?
I mean,
She's just ready
Wanna
to fight
hear
me
what
already.
you have-
Morally, it's like
say-
morally
It's-
wrong, right? To say you like someone who already has.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing
like
wrong
they're
with
trying
being
to
honest,
home wreck,
but-
bro.
Like,
True.
alam ko kasing emotional intelligence of like most guys, they would often have like, parang, given na may options silang iba, now lalaki yung ulo nila, and they're gonna try to juggle
Depends on the
two
guy.
girls at the same time.
No, it
Yeah,
depends
I'm
on the
like,
guy,
dude,
man.
just cut her off. You're just
Who
making our
hurt
life
you?
complicated.
Yeah, who hurt
Sorry.
you, man?
To you.
No, but coming from an all boys school,
Ganon.
like it's very apparent that people think that the culture of that being having multiple girls is like, oh, it's so nice, but
It's not.
Like, yun ang mahirap with like the current generation kasi like the fact that they're aware that they have options, mas matapang sila to like say no to everyone
Yeah.
or just like, well, idea ng collect and select. If hindi mo to nagustuhan, meron pa ako isa. And you could be like okay with that decision, which is like, I don't like it. Ba't sila ganito mag-isip?
It honestly
like,
just shows how much commitment they have, and if they don't have it, then okay,
okay.
better not to be with them.
Okay, so regardless of from the back and forth, Ling, I'm kidding. No, it's more of I think at the end of the day, it's still we're all very different. So
Oh,
all of the
yeah,
things
for
that we've
sure.
talked about now is based on our experiences, right? Like
Yeah.
what we've talked about. And again, it can vary from different people, right? There's experiences regardless if coming from the bro code, girl code, dating,
Yeah.
and having like if having platonic friends is okay or all of that. It's okay to to talk about these things, especially from us, but at the same time, again, it doesn't apply to everyone, right? So it's always different. So again, it depends on like someone's social judgment. It's always just better to be nice and make sure that you're not hurting anyone. And it's always gonna be the best case scenario that you know what you can do to make you and your partner's life better. Right?
All right. So, what did you guys learn or take from this little podcast?
I think that most of I think the general thing is that we do have a lot of similarities. Actually, it's not something that we talk about.
Boys
It's
and
more
girls,
there's
yeah.
always like just a lot of stereotypes, which kind of sucks because most of our experiences are practically the same. And I think it applies. Like I didn't even know there was a girl.
Girls, girl.
I didn't even
You
know there was
learned
a
that
girls
today?
code or a girl code. I didn't even know that was a thing because we obviously have something called the bro code. So it's nice to see that there's some type of similarity and we have like mutual consensus over like that, and we can eliminate some stereotypes just from this.
Yeah,
Just be
exactly.
cool.
I agree.
So for me, it's the same. I learned about the girls, but yeah, mostly the same. We're all I think like-minded individuals, and that I think I learned more about the dating scene in terms of how you date through the apps because I've never tried. So that's pretty cool,
Right? Yeah, I
right?
never tried.
Yeah. How about you? What you learn, Ling?
I learned that guys can be okay if you give them a chance. Also, but mali ba dapat yun? But and yeah, value your girls. Okay, dapat.
How about you, Chris?
I feel like I learned a lot, especially like the majority of the questions we asked are things we don't normally ask guys. And I think we have like a good pick of guys over here who are able to give us, not just like stereotype questions, but like, yo, it's not just.
What's with like yo?
I don't know.
Yo.
Like, yo, it's not just guys who are like this, or like whatever is in our head of stereotypes. It kind of broke that and went like, oh no, we don't just look for attractiveness. We look for someone we can connect with, which is a good thing to know, good thing to confirm. All right, that wraps up our Oasis podcast. Thank you so much for listening to us. And once again, we're here with Saifu
Hi.
and Dorgi from Oasis as well. And of course, Ling.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, thanks again for the girls inviting us to this Oh Hey Sis. I know we're boys and we're not sisters, but we're very thankful to be here for a great, meaningful discussion. Please do like and follow Oasis Gaming on all of our socials.
And of course, if you like this episode as well, feel free to check out all the videos down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.